It's going to be a hot month of July on NJPW World. I'm Chris Charlton, Kevin Kelly. This is NJPW World Now. Kevin Kelly, you're in the summer mood. You're outside. You're in your front garden.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night. I figured what better way to spend some time with you, with all my friends all over the world, than to bring you into some of what I do here on a summer night in Pennsylvania. Not much. Sitting in a chair, enjoying the fresh air, and getting ready for incredible, what a month of July this is going to be as and then turn the page into August. Forget it.
Yeah, speaking of turn the page into August, it's appropriate that you're sitting by an open flame. If you show the people the torch over there in front of you,
Yes.
there we see it. Because, of course, New Japan Pro Wrestling is coming to the torch August the 14th, torch at LA Coliseum. Tickets on sale June the 30th for Resurgence. And then, of course, as well, turn that right around Monday, August 16th. And for the first time, fans in attendance for NJPW Strong tapings. And that's going to be something that people have been looking forward to for a long, long time.
I've talked to several people who are huge fans of New Japan who live in the U.S. and they have traveled to other New Japan events in the U.S., be they in Atlanta, North Carolina, Texas, Southern California. They're going to be venturing from the East Coast out to Los Angeles, doing both the torch at the LA Coliseum on the 14th for Resurgence, sticking around, enjoying the off day, Southern California on the 15th, and then the 16th for the Strong tapings at Thunder Studios in Long Beach. What a doubleheader. And I guarantee you that tickets are going to be in high demand and short supply very quickly when they go on sale.
Yeah, so you're going to have to move fast. June the 30th, and all of that information on njpw1972.com. But let me paint you a word picture, Kevin. Let's say perhaps that one of those people you talk to, hardcore New Japan Pro Wrestling fans, of course, go to all of our great events, super fans. They're making that trip from the East Coast to the West Coast. They snap up their tickets for Resurgence. They're turning around to the Strong tapings on Monday, August 16th at Thunder Studios. But they're also bringing with them a friend, a companion, a traveling individual that is along for the ride, that likes pro wrestling but has never sampled, believe it or not, New Japan Pro Wrestling. And they want a good place to start. And what better place to start than in the month of July, because we've got fantastic coverage with a lot of live English events, 3 of them coming up in the month of July. But it all starts, Kevin, at the end of this week, Thursday, Friday, with 2 events for absolutely nothing. Completely free.
People love free. I love free. And I don't want New Japan subscribers to think, oh, well, how come we don't get anything for free? This is the opportunity for you to bring new people on board, to have someone to share the madness that is New Japan Pro Wrestling. You know how New Japan has taken over your life, folks. And if you need a companion, if you need friends that are like-minded as you, get them on board. The first and the second free on New Japan World for new subscribers, for returning subscribers, some folks who've fallen away. We welcome everybody back, and it's a great place to start for the entire month of July.
Yeah, njpwworld.com. You don't need a sign up. You can just join in the action. Starting July the 1st, we've got 3 singles matchups, headlined by Tomohiro Ishii versus Yuji Nagata, which is something I'm really looking forward to. And then that all sets the table for the very next night, which kicks off with an interesting one. We're going to be talking about the Tokyo Dome in a little bit, and Shingo Takagi and Kota Ibushi will be facing in the main event at Wrestle Grand Slam in the Tokyo Dome. They'll be going 1-on-1 against Young Lions in respective singles contests, so that's an interesting one, but it all ends with the main event, never openweight 6-man tag team championships, Chaos versus the Third Generation, and every single time those titles are on the line in Korakuen Hall, it's a certified banger. It's a guaranteed fantastic main event.
Amazing how these titles, which were, let's be fair, they weren't exactly hotly contested. Dogs are excited. But think about what they mean now. And also, this is an opportunity for history to either be made or denied. Because if the third generation, Nagata, Tenzan, and Kojima, if they beat Yoshihashi, Goto, and Ishii on the second, they will not be the most days as champion within one reign. They will not get that record. But if they do beat them, they will get that record. So there is history at stake in addition to the personal rivalry. How about Nagata? Felt disrespected by Ishii sitting down, told him to get up, got in his grill. Ishii throws him for him. Nagata drops him with one shot. I loved it.
It was yeah, it was fantastic, and there's tons of history with Nagata and Ishii that I'm sure that's part of the story that you'll be telling, because English coverage will be coming after the fact for Korakuen Hall Thursday and Friday. The English coverage, of course, whether you want to watch it live in Japanese or whether you want to watch it in English afterwards, both of that will be free coming up on njpwworld.com. But a week after that, it's going to be Summer Struggle in Sapporo, and we're going to be sitting down for 2 nights of a wild weekend. It's going to be you and I, and Gino Gambino as well is going to join us for 2 nights up in Sapporo. Always fantastic crowds for fantastic action, and 2 championship matches already confirmed. El Desperado versus Taiji Ishimori on night 1, and then on night 2, Dangerous Tekkers taking on Tetsuya Naito versus Sanada. Which of those 2 main events are you most hyped up for?
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of any time you can throw an all-star team together. And I think that's what you have with Naito and Sanada, getting really their first crack at the tag team titles. But what piques my interest more is Ishimori, because here we were just a couple of months ago, and we were getting ready for El Desperado to perhaps run the table and double champs for, double champion in the junior heavyweight division. Now, after Ishimori and El Phantasmo have defeated Roppongi 3K, here's Ishimori. Just a couple weeks after that, he's got the opportunity to be the double champion. So I think that one piques my interest a little bit more, but there's going to be something special. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that Dangerous Tekkers is not going to defend the titles against Uemura and Tsuji first? They seem to have more interest in defending the titles against the Young Lions than they did against the LIJ team.
Certainly, Uemura and Tsuji really impressed both of those guys when they had that single series, and it seems more opportunities are going by and by every single day, every single event for Uemura and Tsuji, and one wonders whether they're going to go away anytime soon on excursion, or whether they might not even need that, and suddenly they've emerged into fully formed athletes, because they're bringing the fight to absolutely everyone in front of them. So anyway, that's coming up, of course, a fantastic weekend, 2 events for Summer Struggle in Sapporo. There'll be more matches announced soon, so stay tuned to njpw1972.com. And then 2 weeks after that, the big time main event for July, we're going to be back in the Tokyo Dome. Wrestle Grand Slam. It was postponed a little bit from May, now at the end of July, and being back under that massive setting. You get chills every time we have to do some work connected to the Tokyo Dome, and it's going to be a huge event with a huge main event: Shingo Takagi versus Kota Ibushi.
It brings out the best in every athlete that gets the opportunity to wrestle at Tokyo Dome, and certainly Kota Ibushi has had more than his fair share of success in that dome in the last January, and has come up in big spots, back-to-back G1 winner. But man, Shingo Takagi would not be denied and will not be denied. I'm looking forward to this main event for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. It's the one that we wanted to see. We didn't know if we were going to get to see it, and now we're going to get to see it. And it's extra special that it's in Tokyo Dome, and you could tell that it's starting to get intense between Ibushi and Shingo, with just a little bit of interaction on Kizuna Road. I got a feeling that by the time Summer Struggle rolls around here, coming up the end of this week, it's going to get hot.
Yeah, and that card is going to be stacked as well. I think there's going to be a lot of players.
Listen, I very rarely get scoops,
Ooh.
But I've got a feeling there's going to be something special announced for the Wrestle Grand Slam card that everybody's going to like. And I can't go into it now. Just something I heard, and we'll see if it pans out. But I think that when everybody hears it, they're going to dig it.
Wow. Well, so that's a little tease for everyone. You're going to want to watch every single moment. Wrestle Grand Slam in the Tokyo Dome, July 25th. That, of course, will be live and in English as well. And then, even discounting that, there'll be so many other amazing events on the Summer Struggle Tour in Osaka, in Nagoya, live in Japanese with English coverage. Everything will be in English very, very shortly afterwards. And then NJPW Strong every Friday night, 10-9 Central Tag Team Turbulence coming up this week. The Good Brothers are back, Kevin. Who'd have
It's amazing to think about 5.5 years away, and they are the headliners of this 8-team tournament. I was thinking before we were getting ready to do this, if you have to choose the Good Brothers or the field, meaning Gallows and Anderson or any of the 7 other teams, I think it's hard to pick against the Good Brothers, even though there are top-notch teams in there, including Brody King and Chris Dickinson, which for me, they would be the number 2 seed if I was ranking them.
Yeah, Brody and Chris, Violence Unlimited, certainly one to look out for. I think as well, Fred Yehi and Wheeler Yuta, a pair of fantastic performances. And you go back even to this week, and the DKC and Kevin Knight, they aren't the rank outsiders that you might initially place them as. A lot of aggression. They were very accomplished, came very, very close on Friday.
DKC's done a very good job of simplifying his offense under the Shibata tutelage. That's one of the keys for him. He had to unlearn a lot. We've talked a lot about that with Gabriel Kidd. That's what the DKC has had to do. And I don't know if I've ever seen a better natural athlete than Kevin Knight. He has jets. Literally, that's his nickname, Jet. And he has jets on the bottom of his boots. That drop kick that he threw this past week, man, everybody's talking about it.
So everyone will be talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling and NJPW action on NJPW World this month, on the month of July, all kicking off July 1st and 2nd with 2 nights for absolutely nothing. So get in on the ground floor and be there all the way through the month and every month. It's the best value in professional wrestling, and it is the place to be. So, until next time, for Kevin Kelly, I'm Chris Charlton, right by the torch on the East Coast before we head to the torch on the West in August. We'll catch you next time. Gokigenyo. Sayonara.